Hey, Bello, how are you?
Is that public Shashore?
Yes, this Showore now. This Showore.
Okay, so, all right. I was saying, publisher, I'm just saying that issues in journalism, that at least you will talk to state officials on this matter.
I didn't hear you, please. Can you be clearer?
I don't want us to call, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I said, cardinal principles of our business, my brother. You know I'm a journalist too.
I understand that you are a journalist. Where I stopped before I called you back was simple. You were saying that you wanted to react to our story that the man has brain damage.
Yes.
So, what is your reaction?
Yeah, well, I was going to react, but I was also going to say that maybe next time, if there's going to be any story that touches on Taraba, if you be kind enough to give us at least, for balancing, to hear from us.
Okay. We are doing that now, and that's why I want to have this elaborate conversation with you. What is your reaction? Yes.
It's perfectly okay. So you can ask the question, Mr. Show.
When you say that he's perfectly okay, that means that he should have been back to Nigeria today.
It's perfectly okay for you to talk with.
Okay.
It's perfectly okay for you to talk with me.
All right. It's fine. It's fine by me. Now let's go to the topic. Because this is not an issue between me and you. We are not fighting. You are just doing your job, and then I have a duty to inform the public. So now let's dive into the issue. What is the state of the governor right now? The governor Suntai.
The state of the governor, contrary to public opinion, contrary to some opinion in some quarters, that the one espoused in your medium, is that he's doing very well.
When you say doing very well,
when you look at the magnitude of the crash that we had in Yola, and the fact that 3 out of the 8 in stage of now I speak with you, it's a miracle on its own. We must acknowledge that fact. It was a plane crash, and that is one. The fact that these 8 have survived. In fact, the other one will be back maybe in the week this week. Who are already back with their family. We thank God for that. It's a miracle. Okay. The government himself has shown serious improvement. Has shown signs of serious improvement.
Okay. So
I'm not a doctor, but we have evidence of the fact that the governor is talking. He recognizes people.
You have evidence that the governor is talking. Bello. Okay. I want you to let me ask questions as from that point. So you are saying that for a while the governor was not talking. Is that correct?
I didn't speak for a while the governor was not talking. The question is that how is the governor doing? And I'm saying that the governor
I'm doing my. You are a journalist. I'm doing my job now in the role of a journalist. So you are admitting to us that there was a time the governor was not talking.
I am not a doctor and I'm not making such evaluation.
All right, so that's the question I asked you before. That are you a doctor to make this sweeping statement?
The question is a very simple one.
Right. The question is a very. I'm not asking you a question on behalf of myself. I'm asking on behalf of the public, my brother.
Exactly. So you asked a very direct question, which was very clear to me. You said, how is the governor doing? And I said, the governor is showing signs of recovery and that he's doing very well. And I said that part of the things that give us the confidence that the governor is doing very well, and contrary to your story, the governor recognizes people and he's speaking. So if the governor is
speaking, can you have the governor talk to us? Can we telephone him?
Well, in time, why not? The governor will talk to everybody. He's talking right now. He's talking.
How soon can we arrange to have an interview with the governor?
There's no problem with that, but let us debunk first and foremost.
No. These are the easiest way to debunk the issue. You are engaging in a sweeping statement. You say the governor can talk. We have people in Germany. We have people in Germany. Bello. We have people in Germany who are willing to go and interview him on video if he can talk, and we will provide that in few hours. If you can give us his contact information, and we will have people go there and interview him, and he will speak, and we will provide that to the world, and that will debunk the idea of his recognition of people or not. Easily.
Mr. Showe, first thing first, let us establish, for instance, when you say he was dead, he didn't die. But later, of course, you also understood that he didn't die.
Okay. When he crashed, We heard that he was dead because he was motionless, and it turned out that he was not dead, and we reported immediately that he is not dead. Okay, and then we called you after that and said, "What is his condition?" Oh, you said his condition is improving. It turned out that he couldn't even speak, he couldn't move before he went to he went out of Nigeria. You are admitting now that he was having
which is worse. Your medium reported that the governor was dead. And I'm saying that I even forget you yourself
admitted
that he died.
Because he was in a plane crash.
You're making the same error. You're making the same error.
There's no error here.
And it is not true because you're not a doctor to make such evaluation. We're not fighting.
Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor, Bello?
You didn't speak to any doctor in your report.
Yeah. So the point I'm making is that we wrote a report specifying that when people visited him in the hospital, he couldn't recognize them. If you have evidence contrary to that, let us have our video people. Let's have our video people go to Germany and go and interview him, and we'll play to the whole world. Or you guys have a duty to provide.
It's just like when you say he was dead, and then it turned out that he was not dead.
You are playing semantics. You are playing semantics. Because we say he died and he didn't die doesn't mean that he doesn't have a brain damage. Okay? Why don't you provide
the same error that you made the first time you say he was dead?
That's not the issue. That's not the issue. If somebody is a pilot of a plane that crashed,
but if you had checked with us before you went to
Bello, were you the one who told us that he was in a plane crash? Was it the state?
No, I wasn't the one.
We broke the story. You people didn't even know that your governor was in a plane crash when we had broken the story. So if you break a story and you then found out later, and you said to us that the man did not, when we found out he didn't die, we immediately corrected that the man is still alive. But we have a duty to keep informing the public, and what we are doing here is informing the public that your guy has a brain issue. And you have not been able to provide anything to the contrary. You are telling me that because I said he died the first time, and so because of that, I'm lying now that they will say he has a brain. And they said, yes, I agree with you. Provide evidence that your guy is not brain damaged. Let us have a telephone conversation with him, that with our guy in Germany, with our guy in Germany holding the telephone. I don't want to do any of those telephone conversations that they do.
I'm not trying to win an argument.
I don't want to do any of those. I don't want to do any of those telephone conversations. Forget about that. Forget about that. That's not the issue.
Now again, when you say that he has brain damage, why not check with us? We have evidence to show you. To convince you that the government does not have brain damage.
Can you please provide me the evidence and let's forget about it?
The government spoke with even his family members just yesterday, the day before.
Have you, the Commissioner of Information, Bello, spoken to the governor since he was transferred to hospital in Germany?
See, that is neither here nor there. You are asking for evidences that show that he has brain damage. I mean, I'm trying to give you evidence that
this is your governor. You are a commissioner in his government. Have you,
Bello,
the Commissioner of Information, spoken to your governor?
But you're asking me the question. It is not a personal thing. You're asking me a question whether the question is clear. You say, does he have brain damage or not? I'm telling you no, but I have to go further to give you evidences.
How did you know? How did you know that he doesn't have brain damage? You have no medical report to present to me. You have no photograph to present to me. You have no video to present to the public. You are just bamboozling me here.
Sorry, unless if you are bent on saying that the governor has brain damage, and so you are not ready to listen to me. If not so, you can quote me. I'm saying that I say. Unless if you think I'm not confident enough.
You are dealing with Saharareporters. We rely on evidence to write stories. You have provided me no evidence whatsoever. Even the smallest.
There was no evidence, my brother.
There was evidence that he was dead because his plane crashed. And he was motionless for several hours until they found out that he came back to life.
It's not death.
No.
It's not death.
Yeah, that's not the issue. We are discussing this. You are just using that. You are just using that to model up the issue. You think that can help you model up the issue? I've asked you a simple question, Bello. Since since your governor, Suntai, Danbaba Suntai was airlifted to Germany, before he was airlifted, have you spoken to him by telephone?
Or is that what will again? Before I answer your question,
another question, sir. Has the governor, by telephone or by any communication means, spoken to his cabinet since he was airlifted to Germany last month?
I am telling you that it is. We have it on. We have evidence and we have it on record. Governor speaking to prominent members of the state. He has spoken to Senator Emmanuel Bello, who is the senator representing the southern part of the state. He has also spoken.
He has spoken to the senator, but he has not spoken to the Commissioner of Information.
No, listen. This thing again.
You know what you guys are playing again, Bello. You know what you guys are playing again. You are playing the Yaradua. You are playing the Yaradua tape again, all over again. You are engaging in propaganda, and it's because we are forgetting history so quickly, but we don't here.
No, I'm trying to answer your question, and I agree with you that you do a lot of evidence-based reporting.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm saying that. Listen, I'm saying that you are asking the Commissioner of Information. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, you're asking the Commissioner of Information. You are worried about the fact that the governor has brain injury, so he cannot recognize people. That's what your report says, principally. And I'm telling you that, no, contrary to what you are reporting, for instance, the wife of the governor is with him.
The wife of the governor is with him? You said the wife of the governor is with him?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so is that an evidence that he's not brain damaged?
No, you said something about him not recognizing people. He recognizes his wife. The Senator Emmanuel Bello has been with him all this while. He recognizes the speaker of the...
Okay, Mr. Bello, another question I have for you, because before we wrap up, I'm not getting anything out of this anyway. You're just engaging in semantics, which people do because they think they are good journalists.
No, see, Mr. Don't make a mockery of this whole thing, because it's serious.
No, because I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you just keep dribbling. You just keep dribbling. You don't answer the question. The question I ask you is that when is this? When is your office? When is your?
I'm not happy with your medium.
Oh, look! If that's not the issue, we are not having a conversation about the popularity of the medium here. We're having a conversation about the health of your governor, Danbaba Suntai.
You reported that the man was dead, and it's not.
Okay, the issue now is that because we reported he was dead and he's still alive, it cannot be true that he's brain damaged because we had reported that he was dead, and you haven't been able to. When are you Bello? Can I have 1 minute to ask you a question again?
Please, feel free to talk to me all day.
Do you have any plans to provide photographic, audio, or video evidence of his improvement to the public? And if you do so, when is that happening?
Look, let me answer that straightforward. You see, Showeri, it is now in Taraba, as well as most of Nigeria, one of the things that we're keen on doing, and we're doing, is to pray for the recovery of the governor. So far, God has been hearing our prayer. How? The aides are doing better, are doing very well, and the government is doing very well. We are satisfied with this thing, with this progress. We're not actually trying to engage the world in fact-finding or evidence to say, look, that is our main concern and our happiness out here in the state, is that the government is doing very well and that very soon will be back.
But how soon is very soon?
We expect that you should show,
how soon is very soon?
We're just saying that you should show us some, a man who is ailing in the hospital, who survived a plane crash, who by the will of God, he has actually survived it. That man deserves maybe a little respite from some of these things. He survived. It's not as if it is his fault that he had a crash. That is one. Two, the fact that he survived the crash is also evidence of the fact that God has been kind to us. I don't know how much of this kind of faith you have. But the thing for us in Taraba is that our sympathizers and our happy with us, praying with us, and we're hoping and praying, strongly praying and believing God that, just like he says, returned yesterday to a great jubilation in Jalingo, that the governor too will soon come. Let me tell you precisely, we're not even in the job of
I can't hear you anymore. Yeah, I can hear you now.
And for most Tarabans, this is what makes them happy.
So you don't. So you are saying that you have no plans to provide any evidence of his progress of recovery.
I am telling you that right now our preoccupation and what we are keen on is the fact that the governor is doing very well in a German hospital, and that very soon he will be back to us.
And I've asked you the question: how soon is very soon? Is it very soon, like the Yaradua? Very soon, he's coming, or is it very soon that is scientific? Yes.
With all due respect, I don't think it is proper when you begin to draw parallel between the Yaradua saga.
There's already parallels. It's the same thing that Nigerians were taking through when Yaradua was in hospital. We ask questions. Oh, don't ask questions. Pray for him. We say, when is he coming back? Oh, he'll be back very soon. Oh, is he making any progress? No, don't ask that question because it's the will of God. You know, we're asking you specific questions. You can't provide any answers. You have no photographic evidence from me, no audio evidence, no video evidence. You are just accusing me of running a media that is not popular. Like media job is popular work.
He will soon be back. Now you have to question how soon. I'm not a doctor to provide that.
Exactly, and that's the question I asked you before when you said you wanted to debunk this. I said, are you a medical doctor? You said no.
No, they want to debunk that too. I don't have to be a doctor.
Bello, the problem you have now is that maybe somebody jumped on your neck. Somebody jumped on your neck. Somebody jumped on your neck and say, go and debunk this thing. Instead of you to think about this and say, look, you know, how do I debunk something without giving evidence to these guys? Because they provided evidence. We provided the names of people that visited him. We provided how the circumstances and the fact that they came back and didn't say anything. You should have. It would have been better for you to go and put David Mack and the rest of the people that visited him on the phone or on TV to say we saw a governor that is jumping.
The butler was there. He spoke to the media. He said he's doing very well. So who told you that people went and they are not talking?
Can he provide? Can he provide?
Why not David Mack?
Why can't they? We of course we asked them. That's how we got that information. Why can't they provide photograph, audio, or video? What is so difficult? What is so difficult in a state that has a television station to send a crew down? Yeah.
I read your story and I think one time you called me after I got your number.
Yes.
As a journalist with a little bit of a record behind me, I can well speak to you first as a colleague. Then two, of course, as somebody who speaks for the state. So I don't want to be deriding me and saying that someone jumped on my neck and say I should debunk something. But here, to be very honest and to be fair to this conversation, I'm not here to actually. I'm not trying to debunk anything. I'm trying to set the record straight, and I'm telling you that no, the governor has no brain damage. He has no brain damage. Okay. Two, you say he does not recognize people, and I'm telling you, maybe you are doing this out of concern too. He can recognize people. The people who went to me, he recognized them. He recognized them. He recognized with him. He recognized them. He spoke with his family members that day. I'm giving you all privileged information.
But when that's the point I'm making, that you know, still all this information are information that you got third hand, and not anything you confirm. You haven't seen him. You haven't spoken to him. You admitted that much. Yeah.
Is that the only piece of information that until I have that, I have no right to tell you what I know?
Oh, absolutely. You know, we have to work with evidence going forward. You can't. It's not a propaganda issue.
You will not believe my report, and you must believe the report of someone who went to see him and spoke with him. There's Senator Emmanuel Bello. And I do to maybe talk to some people who went to see him, and I say there's no need for someone to hide behind the shadow of it.
Bello, I think we will continue this conversation at another time. But what you want to say is that you want to debunk this thing without evidence, and I'm saying I need evidence. And if you have some evidence, feel free. You have my number. Please call me back.
Well, I've given you evidence enough. I've told you that a lot of people have gone to see him and he recognizes them. You say he does not recognize anyone. Yeah. At least I've had this discussion with you. It's just fair that you report our conversation. I mean, it's unanimous.
Oh yeah. If you want me to report this conversation, I will fully report it. I will fully report the conversation. How about that? Our conversation today.
Thank you.
Thank you.